saying hello guys. Good evening sa inyong lahat mga future CPAs. So we are back in our anniversary promo or anniversary discussion na gift namin sa inyo. So guys, stay tuned and may chance kayong manalo parang kagabi, no? Daming nanalo kagabi. So we gave I think worth 5,000 pesos na mga na vouchers. So yung mga vouchers na yun guys, if you enroll in CPA Online Review School, okay, ay pwede mong i-deduct, okay, sa enrollment fee. So instead of sabihin natin 10,000 kasi ang aming regular fee and then we have early bird of 7,500. So let us say nanalo ka ng 1,000 pesos. Okay, for the voucher. So, i-minus mo pa yon 1,000. So, 6,500 na lang. What if? Okay? And meron pa kaming promo na dahil 11/11. So, you can deduct 1,111 again doon sa 6,500. So, magkano na lang guys? No? Nasa 5,000 pesos na lang ang inyong, let us say, ang inyong review fee. Alright? So, yeah, nakakatuwa. Ang daming nanalo kahapon. And then of course right now, ayun, dami rin natin ngayon. Good evening sa ating mga listeners. Kay Ma'am Gloria, kay Ma'am Angie, kay Sir Tristan, kay Sir Marky, kay Wylene May. Okay. And then kay Shi Liao Shen. Wow. We have, meron tayong international Sheila Shin, right? And then of course kay Ma'am Amay Melension Canete. Yeah, thank you so much guys for coming in. Ang dami nating listeners ngayon. So okay. You have a chance to win. And then of course, happy anniversary sa ating lahat. Of course, I would like to say thank you sa inyong pag-attend and then of course sa mga taong naniwala from our first day. Okay, from our first day. So thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, syempre overall meron kaming gift para sa lahat. Okay, sa mga makikinig ng replay, okay, sa mga nanonood ngayon, guys, we have a gift for you. Okay, so if you enroll until November 11, okay, you will only pay 6,389. Okay, instead of 7,500, instead ng 10,000. Okay, 6,389 because of our anniversary promo of 11/11. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Pusit. All right. So, ano pa? Ano pang hinihintay nyo dyan? Okay? So, pakilala ko lang sa inyo kung sino ba si CPA Online Review School. Op. Wala pa. Ayan. Okay, so who we are. Who we are. Tingnan natin, ha? Punta tayo sa bawat courses. So, ito yung mga ito yung aming website. Okay. So, CPA Online Review School, makikita mo yan. Ito yung home. Yan. Okay. So, first batch kami nung November. Okay. O yan, makikita nyo yan guys. Oh. I don't know if naririnig nyo. Okay. Tingnan natin. Hopefully, naririnig nyo. Alright. Yan lang naman. Pinakita ko lang sa inyo, guys. Ito pa isa. Alright. So, ayan. Mababasa nyo lang. This is our homepage kung saan makikita nyo yung details namin, how it works. Okay, how does the online review works, yung aming system, paano. Then, of course, makikita nyo rin yung mga courses rito. Okay, so meron na tayong for May 2021. Okay, for auditing prob. For auditing theory, meron na rin. Okay, financial accounting reporting 2021. MAS 2021. So, tingnan natin si MAS. Ayan, MAS. So, I think kompleto na rin yung mga MAS natin. Talagang makikinig na lang kayo, guys. Ano? So, ayan, si Ma'am Alex, ang ating reviewer for that. So, CPA, CMA, si Ma'am Alex. Cum laude. Okay, makikita nyo dyan. Consistent lister. Okay. Ayan. So, meron kang syllabus dyan. And then, ayan. So, quick notes discussion. Meron na yan, guys. Okay. So, yung quick notes discussion, ito yung pinaka ano to, summary nung lahat ng discussion dito. Ito, lahat yan. Okay. Summary to. Okay. Kung saan, para hindi mo na, let us say, nag-review ko in details. Kasi ito yung in details discussion yung mga yan. Okay. And then, yeah, kapag, siyempre, at the end of the SEM, mas maganda yung may quick notes kayo. Okay? So, meron din yan. Nagpro-provide kami. Okay? But itong quick notes na to is you can attend live or not. So, for example, ito, 4 na beses nang nag-live. Okay? So, kaunti pa lang habulin or actually wala kayong hahabulin kasi nga it's your own time on your own facing. Diba? So, bahala kayo kailan kayo magre-review, but of course, we recommend na yung discipline, no? Kailangan yung ma-practice para maging CPA. Okay. So, that's for MAS. Okay, sa mga hindi nakakakilala, syempre, let me introduce myself. Okay, nasaan ba si... Yeah, nasa si auditing problem. Let me introduce myself. So my name is Tristan Ian Cristobal. I'm your reviewer for auditing problem. So I'm the founder of CPA Online Review School. I have more than 15 years na, guys, no? Mukhang kailangan ko nang i-update to. So I do have experience sa audit, and then of course si Sir Genry, ang ating backup dito. Cum laude rin yan, guys, si Sir Genry. And pareho kaming nag-work sa, siya is currently working in Deloitte. Ako ay isang ex-Deloitte na nag-work dati. Okay? And then I set up my own accounting firm. Okay? Yeah. So that's me. So ayan, dami rin yan, guys. So, mga discussion for that. Tingnan natin. Sorry for that. Ayan, kita nyo, may pre-board, and then we're going to upload our final pre-board na pala, no, for October 2020. Okay? Yan. Alright. So that's me. Pag reviewers naman, yeah, makikita nyo lahat. Yan, isa-isa. Ito yung mga profile namin. Sabi, sino ba ang CPA Online Review School? Right? So please guys, you can really go into this sa reviewers and then you will see our profile. Okay. Yan. So I passed the board exam 2005. Si Sir Reggie, 9 years experience. Okay. Legal compliance. Yan. Ito yung affiliation ni Sir Reggie. Taxation natin yan. And then of course, speaker, Sir Reggie. Ma'am Alex, CPA CMA. Sir Gray is for CPA with extensive experience. Si attorney, okay, attorney Bernard Baquilan is for our RFBT. So cum laude yan guys, is si attorney, okay? Magna cum laude sa tingnan mo, double course yan guys, oh. Double course yan ha. And then Bachelor of Laws pa, and then may Master of Law pa yan. Okay? So ang tindi ng mga reviewer nyo guys sa RFBT, no? So ito yung mga work experience niya. So currently nasa COA siya. And then of course si Sir Jan naman is sa RFBT rin guys, no? Is a tax agent and BOA accredited. Currently is Juris Doctor sa Arellano University. And then of course, part-time college instructor din yan. Okay? Si Ma'am Arvin naman is CPA also, CMA, and then 15 years experience sa public and private. Okay? Meron pa si Sir Red is currently top 15. No, na certified public sa exam. So matitindi ang ating mga ngayon. Matitindi ang ating lineup, right? What else? Yan, si Sir Remy naman is also a cum laude. Gagaling ano? Currently, nag-aaral sa UP Diliman sa law. Okay, finalist yan guys, outstanding student. So talagang hanep. So we set the magaling, no? And then they are focused. They are focused sa ating pagbibigay ng information sa inyo guys. Okay? So hindi yung butaw-butaw yung mga reviewer natin, hindi siya butaw-butaw na maya-maya sino-sino, iba-iba. So baka maiba yung momentum niyo, which is at the end of the day what we want is to give you an information. Okay? All right? So, ayan. So, and then experience, Gendry, Sir Gendry, again, sabi ko na sa inyo, Sir Gendry. Okay? All right. Okay. So, ano pa? Sino pa? Si Ma'am Rose. Yeah, si Ma'am Berry is also academe. So, assistant director yan, guys, no? Sa FEU. And then, of course, sino pa? Ayan, ito yung mga past na natin to, mga past reviewers na natin to nung mga first batch natin yung mga to. Okay, so I think I don't need to mention them kasi they are not currently naman wala sa lineup natin for now, but pwede silang anytime kasi they can go back, right? So yung current lineup lang ang ipapakita ko sa inyo. Okay? So schedule of class, sabi nila, Sir Tristan, paano ba yan? Okay? So let me show it to you. Let me show it to you. Yan. Okay, so live links are posted on your respective portal. Ibig sabihin, kapag nag-enroll ka, may login kaming ibibigay sa'yo. Expect it within 48 hours. And then, ayan, ma-access mo na yung mga to. Okay? So, halos karamihan kasi mga weekend. Ayan, tingnan nyo guys, mga weekend meron tayo. Okay? Okay? So, right. So, how to enroll? It's very simple. How to enroll is, ito lang yung account. You pay the fee, 7,500 minus 1,111, 6,389 na lang. And then, send the proof to cpaors@gmail.com. Okay? So as simple as that. And then, yeah, you can also make credit payment, credit card payment. So that's it. Okay, so I think we're good. Thank you so much, guys, for waiting. So we will start. I will give the floor to Ma'am Alex. Ma'am Alex, hello.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Yes.
Kumusta na ang beauty?
Beauty pa din, sir.
Yeah. Okay, Ma'am Alex. So, yeah, I will leave the floor to you para excited
Okay,
na ang ating
sir.
mga students. Okay?
Yes, sir. All right, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so share ko lang yung screen ko. Ayan. This is for our November 7 to 11. Dire-diretso to, no? Live discussions tayo. Tapos meron ka pang pa-voucher. Yes naman. Anyway, pag-usapan natin yung voucher mo mamaya. Oops! Ayan. Okay. So this is your free, okay? Free classes nyo to today. Not only today, actually, parang week long nga siya because it started November 7 and then until November 11. So ilang days din yun? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So parang 5 days. So rest day mo na lang yung iba or the others, review mo na lang yon on your own. And of course, if you are a reviewee of our CPA Online Review School, of course, pwedeng-pwede ka sumali dito. Sa mga hindi pa naman, of course, pwedeng-pwede ka rin sumali. And ikaw actually yung number 1 target namin dito. Of course, aside from our current reviewees already. Now, for tonight, tulad ng ginawa nyo for last meeting, okay, this session will only be about question and answer portion and then discussion tayo. But of course, aside from the discussion, the exciting part is meron tayong pag-games. Pag-games ang tawag. We will have a trivia. So parang gusto ko nga bigyan ng sample ngayon eh. But anyway, discuss ko muna, no? We will have a trivia. So, of course, para mawala yung boredom or syempre to cut yung momentum ko lang, parang to engage you as well, 'di ba? I wanted you to engage on our review tonight. Okay? So kasi hindi naman to super hindi naman ito yung review that you will really be serious about. Okay? Ang gusto ko lang bigyan kita ng basics of your management accounting, about your JIT, economics, and then few questions lang kasi to, no? And this is just a very short discussion na gusto ko lang i-maximize natin itong 1 hour. But aside from maximizing that, we'll have some trivia question para maging lang natin. Ano bang tawag nito? Icebreaker, para mawala yung antok mo. Alam ko 7:15 na, baka inaantok ka na by now. Okay. So, babantayan natin si live. Okay? Meron tayong live ngayon for CPA Online Review, 'di ba? Naka-live tayo ngayon. Now, I will be showing some questions and then paunahan tayong makakasagot. So, i-check ko nga kung matatrack ko siya sa akin. Kasi mas maganda kung matatrack ko siya eh. Okay. So, paano ba to? Ayan. Alright. So, i-check natin later on. Okay, so our topic will be your basic management accounting, JIT and Economics. And then later on, no, may follow-up tayo. So, yung sample natin, try nga natin mag-sample muna just to warm up everyone. So, sample tayo. And then, i-check ko. Sana ma-check ko siya no, sa live natin. Okay. Alright. So, for this question, hindi mo na ako mag-flash. Okay. Hindi mo na ako mag-flash. tanong ko sa inyo. Okay, so in your Greek mythologies, who was the first woman on earth? Mahilig ba kayo sa Greek mythologies natin? So bago tayo pumunta sa basic management accounting mo, the first question for tonight and for our first discussion, sino muna according to your Greek mythology? And then gusto kong makita, no? Ayan. Okay. Okay. So, to our 25 viewers, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, we have 25 million viewers. Diba? So, mamaya, yung next na trivia natin, okay, yung next na question natin would be already including your first voucher. Ang voucher mo dito is worth 500, so you can use that to enroll. So let us say gusto mo mag-enroll in CPA ORs. So instead of paying 7,500 for the whole May 2021 batch, 7,000 na lang yung babayaran mo. Okay, so wala pang gustong sumagot, wala bang nakakaalam? Okay, wala bang nakakaalam? Who is the first woman on earth according to your Greek mythologies? Hindi ko kasi siya nilagay dito sa ating first slide muna. Okay, so may nakakuha na. So makikita ko siya. So ito yung sample natin. Nakuha siya ni Miss Divine Corrales. Okay, it is Pandora. Ayan. So, okay tayo dito. Ibig sabihin, matatrack ko later on sino yung first na makakasagot ng first trivia. So as we go along, okay, we have trivia. Siguro every 2 questions para makat naman yung boredom natin sa discussion. Okay, so let us start. Diba? So stay tuned. I-share mo tong video if you can. Shareable ba siya? I hope so. Or pwede mong i-mention yung mga kakilala mo. Kung kanino mo alam na pwedeng maging relevant itong review na to. Okay. So for our first question. Okay. Welcome. Welcome to our review. By the way, gusto ko kayong i-good luck, no? Sa inyong magiging review for your CPA kasi meron kang ilang months, parang 6 months na aantayin. Okay, meron kang 6 months until May 2021 if ever na mag-e-exam ka na by May. Anyway, nonetheless, 'di ba? Kailangan mo pa rin 'to. So, to start the discussion, which of the following word does not describe a main focus of management accounting? Now guys, your management accounting is about internal reporting to. This is more on internal reporting. Okay? Now, when you talk about internal reporting, if you try to review or if you try to go over, your management accounting is for internal use. Kung ano yung hiningi ni management, let's say, kailangan ba niya ng evaluation, kailangan ba niya ng analysis, di ba? And in management accounting, as far as description and difference between your FAR is concerned, itong management accounting mo, you're not following any standards, di ba? Wala kang pro forma na kailangang gayahin when you talk about or when you create your reports, hindi katulad ng FS mo, where your FS falls under your FAR. Tama ba? Di ba si FS mo, kailangan i-follow mo si IFRS, PFRSS, your GAAP, according to what is right. Di ba? Kasi kung ano yung right, according to the standards, yun dapat yung gawin mo under your reporting. Okay? So, letter A, your management accounting is actually concerned, okay, or is focusing on your operational planning. And when you talk about planning, dyan papasok yung word na strategy. When you do your strategy, this can be a short run or long run. But generally, kapag sinabi mo kasing strategy, okay, yung strategy na yan are the steps or are the items that the company wants to attain, and this is for a long period of time. Okay? So, ang ginagawa mo when you do your strategy is you identify your resources, how can you maximize your resources, and maximize the opportunities as well, internal and external to the entity. Next item, for your letter B, obviously, it is concerned with your management evaluation. when you go to different management accounting techniques, management accounting topics, if you try to go over, 'di ba? Go over pa lang ng syllabus ng CPA review mo, 'di ba? If you go over that CVP analysis, standard costing, ano ba yung mga aims niyan? Aside from planning, your aim is to evaluate the entity. How do you do evaluation? You do variance analysis, 'di ba? You do analysis between your budget and your actual. What else? You try to evaluate. Am I at break even, or am I able, or was the company able to exceed the break even point? Ibig sabihin kasi pag nag-exceed ka ng break even point at nag-CVP analysis ka, ibig sabihin meron kang profit at that point. Kasi exceeding ka ng break even, 'di ba? That's part of your management evaluation. What else? You do not only evaluate the entity itself, you also evaluate your employees, your management as well, your management employee, 'di ba? From the manager of one division, ina-assess mo na 'yan. Hanggang sa employees mo, if you try to remember, kung ikaw ay employee today, 'di ba? Alam na alam mo 'to. As an employee, you are assessed or you are evaluated. Okay? And your managers, how are they evaluated? Siguro as an employee, let's say you are a rank and file, baka hindi mo lang napapansin, but actually they are also evaluated. Okay? How? Una sa budget pa lang. Let's say si sales and marketing. Si sales and marketing ba, yung targeted revenue niya, na-meet niya? Let's say when you go to production, yung targeted cost niya, na-maintain ba niya or na-contain or na-lessen? 'Di ba? When you talk about cost, yun naman yung aim natin. Let's say production pa rin. Were we able to exceed last year's production? Anong naging factors? Okay? So kasali yan sa management evaluation natin. So hindi mawawala yan. Next, letter C, external policy. When you talk about policies, in management accounting, what you are following is your company policy. How do you create reports? Okay, let's say you have a specific report. Meron ba tayong pro forma report na usually na ginagamit ni entity? Or how do we create it? And what is our policy in terms of reporting, our policy in terms of management, our ethical policy, di ba? In terms of external policy, management accounting does not really have to follow such. Okay? Ano ang nagfa-follow? We are following external policies when we talk about financial accounting. Okay? So, nasa FinAc. Okay? Ang adherence mo when you talk about external policies already. Next, letter D, decision making. Decision making is the biggest part, or it plays the biggest role in your management accounting. Okay? As management accountant, number one, you are there to give opinion. You are there to give consulting services. What do you think is the best option for the entity? Okay? That's part of your decision making. But please remember that in management accounting, as management accountant, 'di ba? Lalong-lalo na kung consultant ka, outsourced ka, at hindi ka naman direct na employee ni management, what you do is to help them or to guide them. You are not the one creating the policy or the decision making. Yung decision making still on the executives, on the board of directors. Okay? Our management accountant is just helping. It's just giving their opinion. Okay? Kung nag-option A ba ako, what will happen in the future? Kung nag-option B ako, what will be my future cash inflows or outflows? Will it benefit the entity as a whole? Those are the items or the questions that are answered when you talk about your decision making. Therefore, for your question number 1, okay, management accounting is not described by external policy. So your external policies, number 1, yung policies ng government. Let's say here in the Philippines, ano may yung mga policies ni SEC, policies ni BIR. Aside from that, ano yung policy ng standards natin, medyo create FS. Pasok lahat yan for financial accounting and reporting mo. Okay? Sige, so that is for your question 1. How about question 2? Okay, under your basics of management accounting, which of the following statements are true? Okay, or is true? Dapat isa lang, no? Is true kasi A, B, C, or D. Either lang, either. Alright, letter A. The main role of management accountant is to produce financial accounts. Is that their aim or is that the main role of the management accountant or of a management accountant? The answer is no. Okay? Ang role ng management accountant mo is to help the entity on decision making. But in terms of creating financial accounts, establishing your books, recording, journalizing, nasa side yan ng financial management. I mean, ng financial accounting. Okay? By the way, financial accounting is different from financial management. So, wag mong pagpapalitin yun na. Okay? So, dahil nabanggit ko na rin naman, again, FinMan, kung tawagin natin in our term under accounting, is different from FinAc. Okay? When you talk about financial accounting, itong financial accounting, this is concerned on creating your FS. Pag sinabing FinMan, management of finances. So, papasok dito ang treasury mo, your cost of capital. This is basically under your MES. But FinAc is under financial accounting and reporting. So, producing your financial accounts is not part or is not one of the role of your management accountant. Hindi niya role yan. That is role of your financial accountant or your accountant per se. Bookkeeper, di ba? Yan yung ginagamit ni bookkeeper when you do your recording. Sino nag-establish? Yung nasa accounting side ni entity. Ang management accountant kasi, okay, practical wise, part yan ng management mo. Okay? Although, link pa din siya ng accounting department ng isang entity. Next, we go to B. Management accountant work is always confined within the finance function. Okay? Is it confined only with finance function? No, hindi ka lang nakafocus doon because if when you talk about finance, parang more on management ka lang. Ano yung meron tayong cash, inflow, outflow, how can we manage, how can we create more, how can we manage the wealth of our shareholders. But aside from that kasi, we are also helping the management in terms of your decision making. Sabi ko nga kanina, okay? Hindi lang tayo nakafocus on analysis or on reporting or on assessing, okay? Specifically on finance function, malawak. Okay? Now, if you try to notice when you go to your different subjects, undergrad, kung sakaling graduate ka na by now, or if you are still a student by now, tignan mo yung topics mo ng MAS. Diba? Kalat itong topics mo na to actually, lalo na yung hindi pa dumaan ng K-12. Okay? But I think still in K-12 ngayon, medyo kalat pa din. Bakit? Kasi one topic would be in this subject. Another topic, hindi mo alam by the time na mag-board exam ka, uy, kasali pala to sa board exam ko. Diba? Can you imagine that? Parang dati feeling mo, minor subject lang siya or isa to sa mga subject na hindi mo kailangan ng quota, 'di ba? Yun pala kasali siya sa exam mo ng CPA, 'di ba? So kasali 'yon sa management accounting mo. If you try to notice your subjects, ayan, kalat siya but basically it's part of your MES. So isa to sa challenging topic. Kasi hindi katulad ng tax na when you say tax, ay ito, alam ko ito lahat i-discuss ni ma'am or ni sir, 'di ba? Ay financial accounting and reporting, ito lahat alam ko hanggang advanced financial accounting meron ako. Anyway, letter C, management accountant works in partnership with business managers. Okay? Which is true. Tama ba to? Yes. Actually, your management accountant, di ba? Just like me, the nature of my work is being a management accountant. I'm not into the production or, di ba? I'm not into the financial statements. Okay? What am I doing as an accountant? I am part of the management. I am part, okay? I am working closely with the business managers, with the different managers of an entity, with the executives. Okay? 'Di ba? So, as management accountant, pwedeng yung report na ginagawa mo daily, pwedeng umabot yan daily rin sa BOD mo. Okay? So, you are really working closely, not only with a partnership, pwede ring in a corporate entity, di ba? Private entity. So, letter C is correct. But none of the above, this is also incorrect kasi nga, correct answer natin si letter C. Okay. So, anyway, so far, in terms of your basic management accounting, meron ka bang question? Kasi minsan, ito yung feeling ko nami-miss out kasi basic management accounting lang naman or intro to management accounting. 'Di ba? pero hindi mo alam, baka may gray areas ka din as a student. So ikaw ba, meron ka bang question so far in your management accounting? So ayan na nakikita ko may mga nagre-respond dito sa live natin by now. Let us say si Kay De La Cruz. Ayan, nag-respond siya on our questions. Miss Divine Corrales. So si Divine kanina yung nakakuha ng sample questions natin ha. Next, we have Ronaldin Reyes. Okay, so ayan, nakikita ko yung mga response natin or response ninyo sa questions natin tonight. Anyway, so for our first e-voucher na magagamit mo, again our mechanics, makikita ko sa live chat natin as of now kung sino yung unang makakasagot. Okay, so stop share ko muna sandali. I'll just make sure na safe yung first question ko. Okay. Safe na safe ang first question. Ayan. So, balikan kita. I wanted to share the screen. Okay. Can you now see my screen for the trivia questions? Get ready bago tayo mag-move on sa next topic natin for your MAS. Okay? Ayan. Nakikita ko na naka-flash na sa'yo. Okay. For the first question, okay, ilang question na sasagutin natin? Isa lang. Isang question lang. So this is 5 question. Okay? 5 question to. Meron pa tayo mamaya. Okay, meron pa tayo mamaya. Magkasunod to eh. We have a far later on, so stay tuned. Anyway, so for the first question, pwede ko nang i-flash. Drum rolls, please. Okay. Whose singer's real name is, na-typo error pa ako, dapat Stephanie to. Okay. Stephanie, okay. Let's be careful. Okay. Whose singer's real name is Stephanie Joanne Angelina, how do you read this, Hermanota? Kilala nyo ba siya? Who is she? Diba? Nakikinig ka ba nung palabas sa ABS dati na I Can See Your Voice? Ayan. So, nakakatuwa panoorin yon. Okay. So, who is this singer? So, sa Philippines ba to? Sa Philippines ba tong singer na to? Okay. I think kilala mo siya, no? Kilala mo ba siya? Ayan. Okay. So, dapat correct spelling tayo. And of course, kung sino yung una. Okay. So, first, ayan. So, the correct answer is, diba? Correct answer. Na-amaze ba kayo sa pangalan niya? Actually, no, kung titignan mo siya in person or sa picture na lang kasi mas makatotohanan. Sa picture ng walang makeup, maganda din siya, okay? Kasi yung makeup niya lang talaga, ganun lang talaga yung mode or ano ba, mga genre kumbaga ng makeup niya. Yung mga ganong tipo, pero maganda si Lady Gaga actually. Napanood mo ba yung movie niya na A Star is Born? Diba? A Star is Born. Okay, so ang unang nakakuha ng our e-voucher for tonight, okay, ilista natin yan. Siyempre, para walang dayaan dito, no? Naku, baka magkaroon ako ng basher. Ma'am, nauna po ako eh. Ayan, okay. So the first person to answer correctly, of course with correct spelling. So mamaya dapat correct spelling din tayo. Nakita ko yun kanina si ano na nga, yung nakasagot din kanina. Oh, MG, nawala siya. Nawala siya sa... Can you please comment again? Ano na ngang name nito? Let's see, let's see. Tingnan ko yung 28 comments. Okay? Merong nakakuha kanina si... Nawala kasi siya. Okay. Si Miss... Wait lang Ayoko mandaya. Nakita ko na siya kanina. Nag-comment na siya. Pero nawala na sa live chat ko. Paano ba makita to? Paano makita yung ibang comments? Yung nakakuha ng sagot kanina, ayun. Si Divine. Ayan. Ang bilis ko namang makalimot. Grabe. Okay. So, this is for Divine Corrales. So, by the way, ayan. So, basta kung sino yung una ha. Okay. Sino yung una? Okay. Si Miss Divine. Ayan. Si Miss Divine Corrales yung nauna kanina. I swear. Okay, nakita ko yon. Anyway. Sige. So, exciting to. Mas mahirap yung question ko mamaya ha. Alright. So, let's go back to your MAS. So, nalista ko na yung name mo. Don't worry. MAS, balik MAS tayo. Question number 3. As part of benchmarking process, a company's cost of quality for the current month have been identified as follows. Before we answer this, naalala mo pa ba yung cost of quality mo? Okay? Your cost of quality, kasama to actually sa natin. Under what topic na nga ito? Your cost of quality is under your, kapag nag-inspect ka, di ba? Even before you inspect, meron kang prevention, inspection cost, and then later on, what if it reach your customers? Anong tawag mo dun sa cost na yon? Dito siya part, okay? Para ka nag-e-evaluate. So this is part of your evaluation. Your cost of quality represents cost incurred by the entity to prevent poor quality and cost incurred as the results of poor quality. Okay? Let us say you are creating or you are a manufacturing entity creating a product, of course. Upon creation of your product, bago mo magawa yung produkto mo, number 1, chine-check mo na yung materials mo. Okay? Why are you doing the checking of your materials? Let's say number 1, yung quality ng materials mo. Matibay ba? Baka naman unang pukpok pa lang ng labor force mo dyan para sa ating furnitures and fixtures, sira na agad or broken agad yung lumbers mo. Diba? Yung mga maninipis mong woods. Ayan. You are doing this as part of your prevention cost. Okay? May cost yan. Anong cost nun? Nung nag-check ka, of course, yung time na nagugol nung labor force mo na instead of doing the production per se or production already, anong ginawa? Nakain yung isang oras ng labor force mo na nagche-check ng materyales bago nila i-proceed sa production. Okay? So that's part of your prevention cost. And aside from that example, okay, ano pang other examples ng prevention cost mo? Maintenance, okay, preventive maintenance. Let us say you are running a big entity. Pwedeng accounting firm ka, law firm ka, pwede rin namang hotel and management, pwede rin namang restaurant, di ba? Lahat ng nasa engineering side mo, kapag gumawa sila ng preventive maintenance or kapag gumawa sila ng maintenance works nila, kasama yun sa prevention cost natin or preventive cost. Bakit? Siyempre, hindi mo antayin na makita ni customer na may tulo, na may lapses, or na hindi maganda yung pagkaluto ng product mo, di ba? Kasi number 1 yan, ang tendency, let us say, restaurant ka. Okay? Na-try mo na ba na nasa restaurant ka, nag-complain ka na yung itsura, parang ang laki, parang masarap, tapos nung present sa'yo, ang pangit, hindi naman ganun yung presentation. Okay? Na-try ko na yan. Okay? Na-try ko na yan. Although hindi ako yung naka-experience. Kumbaga, one entity, okay? One entity, they are trying to advertise. Ganun na ganun yung itsura. Pero pagka-serve, di ba? Take out na nga lang or what do you call this for delivery na nga lang. Okay, ano bang style? Naka-ano kasi siya naka paper box. Paper box. So, paper box, although sa presentation, syempre naka-plate. Pero dahil take out nga, naka-paper box. Now, naka-paper box na nga, presentation is not the same. So, as a company, let us say, pagkain man yan, furniture man yan, di ba? Or sabihin nating real estate, di ba? Kung ano yung nasa picture, at least man lang ganon. Because if not, tendency, may mga complaints ang customer mo. Let us say yung phone mo, di ba? Sabi mo may ganitong feature. Tapos, wala naman pala. Or let us say, sabi mo kapag nangyari ito, punta lang si customer. Okay? Ayan. So, pag na-reach kasi kay customer, mas costly na yan. Let us say ako, bumili ako ng iPhone. Okay? Bumili ako ng iPhone. Kaso, may problema pala yung iPhone na nabili ko. Hindi na-check o hindi na-inspect ni entity. Anong mangyayari? Okay? Mas costly yung pag-repair ni entity or pag-replace ni entity kesa dun sa cost na may incur mo lang sana kung in-inspect mo yung product mo. Okay? Now, another part of your quality cost, so isulat lang natin, prevention cost. Bago natin sagutin tong question kasi answering this question is so easy. Pero yung concept behind, possible na hindi mo alam. So, number 1 natin sa cost of quality, prevention cost. Number 2, you have what you call your appraisal cost. Okay? Appraisal cost. Ano naman ang appraisal cost? Your appraisal costs are costs incurred to check that products and processes conform to quality standards. Okay? Kanina, chine-check mo lang kung kompleto ba, okay ba yung quality, but under appraisal, you are already checking the product or the process itself. Okay? Is it conforming your quality standards? Diba? Is it conforming the standards of the industry? So that's part of your appraisal cost. And appraisal costs are incurred after a failure occurs but before the product are shipped to customer. Okay? So possible na mangyari to kapag may failure na but before it reaches customer. Kasi kung i-compare mo internal, okay, na-identify mo agad, nalaman mo agad na may lapse or na may defect, okay, na may kailangan i-rework, di hamak na mas affordable or cheaper yung cost. Okay? Instead of you knowing na na-deliver mo na kay customer, si customer syempre magde-demand either ng refund, okay? Ng rework, tapos yung rework costly pa, di ba? Kasi gusto niya parang original ulit yung product. So what are some examples of your appraisal cost? Number 1, product inspection. Another is your process control. So as you do your process, you are doing control measures, okay? Control measures can incur cost as well. What else? Quality testing. I-test mo yung quality ng product na nagawa mo na. Next, you have your quality audit. So aside from testing, you get quality audits. Ginagawa mo yan lalong-lalo na sa mga manufacturers natin. 'Di ba? Kaya meron silang tinatawag na certified sila by ISO or ISBN. Tama ba yung term ko? Anyway, ayan. Kaya sila na-accredit kasi para ma-check nila, 'di ba, na okay yung product nila, that they are conforming with the standards of their entity, but and also the standards, okay? And also the standards of the industry. And of course, vendor surveillance. Another type of your cost under your cost of quality, number 3, is your internal failure cost. Again, it's internal failure cost. These are your costs that are incurred to correct problems identified during the appraisal stage. Okay? This includes your reinspection, machine downtime, engineering changes. Iba yung engineering maintenance sa engineering changes. Sa engineering changes kasi nagawa mo na, okay, tas biglang may i-edit, kumbaga sa essay mo nagawa mo na, naisulat mo na sa papel mo, tapos kailangan mong i-correct. So ano mangyayari? May correction tape ka, di ba? Parang ganun yun. Nagawa na ni engineering, nagawa na nila maintenance, but what happened? Mali pa rin. There's still something wrong. Yung product mo, na-identify mo na, okay? Kaso may mali di ba? That's part of your internal failure cost. So, linked siya actually kay appraisal cost mo. And the last one, ito yung kapag nakarating na kay customer, this is your external failure cost. Okay? External failure cost is much expensive. Okay? Di hamak na mas mahal kung external failure cost ang umabot sa'yo. Bakit? Imaginein mo bumili ng Samsung sa'yo si customer. Okay? Ngayon si customer, sa sobrang disappointment, okay? Anong gusto niyang ipagawa? Gusto niyang ipa-replace yung product. Although sometimes, no, hindi talaga pinapayagan ng entity yung mga replace. It's either they rework, they repair, di ba? Tapos under ng warranty. Ang masaklap kasi, lalo na kung malaki ang damage, i-replace mo talaga yan. And that's expensive or that is costly on the part of the entity. As you compare kung as early as the monitoring stage, nakita mo kaagad kung ano yung mali sa product mo. Okay? So, part of your external failure cost is your handling of your customer complaints. Diba? So, instead na yung tao mo naka-focus dun sa customer service, wala. Nandun sila ngayon sa customer complaints desk. Diba? So, nadagdagan ng trabaho yung tao mo imbis na nandun sila lahat entertaining new or potential clients. You are actually entertaining past clients already. Okay? And aside from entertaining them, ginugugol mo yung isang oras mo to entertain them, paying your labor force, okay, who are entertaining your customer for their concern, 'di ba? Ano nangyari? Nadagdagan ka pa ng cost kasi gusto niya ipa-replace yung binili niya sa'yo. So another is delivery delay. Okay? Pag may delay sa delivery at biglang ayaw na ni customer, lalo na kung may contract yan, 'di ba? May contract kayong sinainan, by this time dapat andyan na yung delivery mo, 'di ba? Kaso wala. What happens, 'di ba? That could be a cost to the company. Hindi mo laging ma-defend yung sarili mo na ay hindi po, kasalanan po kasi ng courier natin yan or ng shipping entity. Okay? What else? Legal liabilities. Ito yung pinakamabigat sa lahat. Paano kung sampahan ka ng kaso, 'di ba? Ng customer mo. Okay. So, going back to the question, napakadali ng question niya kasi, no? Ang tanong niya, as part of the process, the company's cost of quality have been identified as, ano yung mga cost of quality natin dito? For this question, you have employee training. Okay? Employee training. What else? Preventive maintenance or preventing maintenance. Alin pa? You have supplier education expense. Okay? This cost of quality, what specific cost of quality is this? Okay? Nandun tayo sa preventive side. Okay? Nasa preventive side pa tayo. So, this is a total of 20 plus 19,500 plus 17,500. It's a total of how much? Okay? What is the amount of the prevention cost? Ito yung question niya. Okay? Na-advance ako. What's your prevention cost? Prevention cost is 57,000. Okay? Tama ba yung sagot mo? 57,000, letter B. So, let's see our live chat. Tama ba yung sagot natin? Or tama ba yung sagot mo? Rather. Ayan. Okay. So, paano naman kung ang tanong niya, balikan natin, ano dito ang kasali sa appraisal? Meron ba appraisal? Appraisal, quality inspector. Yes? Or inspection dapat to? Quality inspection, part ng appraisal. What else? Material inspection expense. 'Di ba? Material inspection expense. Appraisal. Processing product returns. Ito yung part ngayon ng external failure cost natin. Okay? So, external failure cost, although sa entity na ito, medyo mababa lang compared sa other cost, no? Okay. So, let's go to question number 4. The cost of scrap, rework, and tooling changes in the product quality cost system are categorized as number 4. What do you think is this? Number 4 is cost of scrap, rework, and tooling changes. Check ko nga yung mga sagot natin online. What's your answer for this? Is this part of your external failure cost? Is this part of your training cost, prevention cost, or internal failure cost? A, B, C, or D? Answer should be, okay, cost of scrap, rework, tooling. That is part of your internal failure cost. Letter D. So, marami sa inyo ang tama. Alright. Okay. So, question number 5. Question number 5 na po tayo. Listed below are selected line terms for the cost of quality report for W products last month. You have your category and the amount. Okay. I want you to review first the given. So you have rework, equipment maintenance, product testing, product repair. What is W's total prevention and appraisal cost for last month? Sige nga. Sabi niya total prevention and appraisal ha. So hindi lang prevention or hindi lang appraisal. Okay, go. Try to solve it on your own first, please. And then i-chat nyo online, 'di ba? Okay? Sige nga. Rework. Rework is part of your internal failure cost. So hindi siya prevention, hindi siya appraisal. How about equipment maintenance? Equipment maintenance is part of your prevention. Okay. This is part of your preventive or prevention. So, i-check natin to. Let's give it a check mark. Kasali yan sa prevention and appraisal cost. Next, product testing. Product testing is part of your appraisal or internal? Appraisal cost. Okay, appraisal cost to. But your last item, product repair, this is part of internal failure cost. Okay, internal failure cost. So ano ulit yung rework kanina? Internal failure cost rin. Okay, so what is our total prevention and appraisal cost for last month? Total, it's equal to letter A, B, C, or D. It is 1940. So, i-check natin sa live. Sino ang may mga tamang sagot? 1940. Almost all. Marami, marami. Okay. Sige. Anyway, before we proceed with the next question, number 6, balikan natin yung para sa warm-ups mo. Okay? Alright. So, I wanted to share to you again my screen. So, balikan natin si Lady Gaga. Ayan. Si Stephanie. Okay. So, on our live. Okay. Ready ka na ba? Again, yung mauuna ha. Yung mauuna. Of course, with correct spelling. Okay? Mauuna, correct spelling. Gusto ko correct spelling tayo para ma-practice ang spelling mo. Okay? Which place is called the happy place? On earth? Of course. Okay? On earth. Which place is called the happy place? Or yung tinatawag nating happy place? Uy, my happy place is SM. Yun ba? 11/11 sale. My happy place is my cart. Okay? Nag-add to cart ka na ba for the 11/11? Which place is called the happy place on earth? Okay? Happy place? Home? No? Okay? But that's a good attempt. I agree with your answer. Okay, so may nakakuha na. Nakuha na ni, I think this is a scientific term, Disneyland is the correct answer. So, ilang Disneyland ba ang meron tayo sa buong mundo? Okay? So, ayan. So, in fairness gusto ko yung mga sagot nyo, house, home. Okay? So, nakaabot yung isa ni Miss Rain Vic, kaso kulang. Disney yung una niyang nasabi. Okay? So, Disneyland. The answer is Disneyland. Ayan, nakuha ni Tanak Taxophyllite. Anyway, ayan. So, you can PM us later on or we will PM you later on. Na-screenshot ko na din kasi baka bigla na namang mawala sa screen ko. Ayan. The happy place on earth is Disneyland. So, who among you have ever tried going to Disneyland? Ako nakapunta na sa TV. Okay. Ang galing ng joke ni ma'am. Nakakatuwa. Nakakatuwang nakakainis. Okay. Sige, punta tayo sa question number 6 mo. So, ayan na-screenshot ko yon. So, ililista ko yan later on. Okay. The adoption of JIT normally requires which of the following factors to increase? Okay. Do you still remember your JIT or your just-in-time? Under your just-in-time, you purchase your material, of course, from your supplier. Kailan? Meron kang driver dyan, okay? Hindi driver na magmamaneho ng materials mo to your office What I'm talking about is meron kang trigger point kung kailan ka mag-o-order, okay? Mag-o-order ka lang ng materials mo, okay? Purchase ka lang, magpo-produce ka lang only when there is an order, okay? Para ka dito nag-special order okay? What you are doing here on your just-in-time is a just-in-case, okay? Just-in-case basis, okay? Naka-just-in-case tayo dito. Paano just-in-case? Ayaw kasi natin ng may obsolescence, okay? Just like if you do your mass production, ano yung kadalasang problema kapag manufacturing entity ka and you produce mass production, okay? Mass production ng mode natin. Kadalasan, ang unang-unang problem mo dyan, obsolescence, oversupply, overproduction, di ba? And just-in-time is created to eliminate that, okay? It is created to eliminate that. Ginawa natin ang just-in-time to eliminate. So, hindi tayo just-in-case, okay? Hindi tayo just in case tuloy. Hindi ito just in case. Ang just in case mo is yung mass production, okay? So, ang just in time mo kung kailan lang kailangan. Kasi yung just in case, ang just in case mo, kaya ka nagma-mass produce, yun yung idea nito, just in case, okay? Just in case may mag-purchase ng 10,000 units, okay? Ng 10,000 units. Ayan. So, meron kang stock. But if none, wala. Okay. So, ano yung mga factors na kailangan mong i-increase? Stock level, work in progress levels, batch sizes, quality standards. Ano yung mga dapat nating i-increase? So, by the way, aside from answering this later, okay, antayin ko yung mga sagot ninyo sa live chat natin. You're just in time, you have to establish a good customer-supplier relationship kasi dapat yung quality ng product mo, okay, yung quality ng product mo, meron kang assurance na dahil sa isang supplier ka lang, kasi yan din yung binabawas mo. Okay? Binabawasan mo yung ang dami mong supplier, tapos iba-iba ka kumukuha. 'Di ba? So you're trying to establish a good relationship between you and your supplier. So what's your answer? You have to increase your quality standard. So, the correct answer is D, okay? Correct answer is D. Again, bakit hindi yung stock level? Kasi nga, hindi naman tayo nag-iiwan ng stocks natin as much as possible. So, kung ilan yung pinroduce mo, yun din yung ibebenta mo. Work in progress level? No, hindi rin, okay? Batch sizes, hindi din. So, quality standards. Bakit quality standards? Because we want that when we create our product, okay, when we create this, hindi basta-basta rin yung product natin. Imagine, just in time na nga lang, no? Substandard pa. So, yun ang iniiwasan natin under just in time. Especially for entities, di ba? kailan ka ba gagawa ng bookkeeping service? Eh di kapag nagtawag lang or naghanap si client or pag lumapit sa'yo si client, what if may lapses ka, di ba? Just in time na nga lang, tapos special order na nga lang, okay? Meron pang mali, di ba? Although hindi mo naman may iwasan yan, but you have to increase your quality standards when you talk about just in time. Next, you have your number 7 in the TQM environment. External benchmarking is preferred to standard costing as a performance measurement technique because A. Standard costs quickly become obsolete. Letter B. TQM emphasizes continuous improvement and reference to a predetermined internal standards. Okay? And gives no incentive to improve. Letter C. TQM places an emphasis on employee improvement and the concept of a standard cost is alien to this. So parang hindi mo alam ano ba tong standard cost, bakit merong ganitong concept. Or letter D, the use of standard cost is only possible in traditional mass production industry. So TQM. Anong sagot mo dito in number 7? Your TQM, again, this consists of your organization-wide efforts to install and make permanent climate where employees continuously improve their ability to provide on-demand products and services that customers will find of particular value. So, ang ultimate goal mo dito, aside of course from improving the product, improving the service, yung value na nakukuha ni customer. So, what's your answer for number 7? Number 7, check ko yung mga sagot nyo online dito sa live natin. What's your answer? Answer here is letter B. Okay? It emphasizes continuous improvement and reference to predetermined internal standards and gives no incentive to improve. Letter B. Okay, so tama mo ba? Tama ba sagot mo? Yes, tama naman, no? Karamihan tama. Okay. So that's your number 7. It's more on your TQM. Your TQM is highly linked with your value chain, with your supply chain, benchmarking. Number 8. Which one of the following has an inverse relationship with the demand for money? Actually, all of this has a relationship with your money. But among these, alin ang may inverse relationship with money? Okay? With the demand for money, I should say. Letter A, aggregate income. Letter B, price level. Letter C, interest rate. Or letter D, flow of funds. Sige nga. Check natin yung konting economics skills natin. Lahat to related to your demand for money. But among all these related items, alin dito ang may inverse na relationship, okay, between that item and the demand for money? Let me see your answer kung tatama ka this time or kung tama ka pa rin sa mga sagot mo. So, okay, some of you have answered B, merong C, di ba? What is your answer? Answer should be letter C. Okay, letter C. Let me give you an example. Bakit inverse? Kasi kumbaga kung ako manghihiram ako ng pera or uutang ako in a financial entity, okay? Finance entity. Saan ako manghihiram? Doon sa may mataas or may mas mababang interest rate? Doon sa may mas mababa. Ibig sabihin, kapag mataas interest rate, in general, mababa demand for money. Bakit? Kasi yung balik mo mas mataas. Okay? Specifically on the side of the customer or kung sino yung may demand ng pera. Parang ako, nangangailangan ako. But I have options. Option A, option B, option C. Financial entities to lending entities, nagpapahiram ng pera. Okay? Ano ang factor na makakaapekto, Okay? Sa decision ko kung kanino ko manghihiram ng pera. Number 1, interest. Okay? Ito ba pag binayaran ko to, ano yung patong? Kumbaga sa binenta niya, ano yung patong niya dun sa binenta niyang pera sa akin na pag binalik ko, 'di ba, kasama yung interest. So when interest rate increase, the demand for money decreases. Okay? So number 8 answer, you are correct. Letter C. Okay. Letter C. All right. We go to number 9. According to fiscal policy principles, a tax increase what will happen? Okay? Are you still familiar with your fiscal policies? Fiscal policies, familiar ka pa rin ba? Your fiscal policy is the use of the federal budget to achieve the macroeconomic objectives of high and sustained economic growth and full employment. Okay? So this is more on the government side of the entity. And aside from the government side, of course, the entity as a whole. And of course, as to sustenance of the country. Sabi na natin country kasi this is in terms of your economic side. So what will happen if your tax increase? Letter A, it will increase spending and increase aggregate demand. Letter B, it will increase spending and reduce aggregate demand. Letter C, reduce spending and increase aggregate demand. Or letter D, reduce spending and reduce aggregate demand. Ano mangyayari kapag mataas tax? Okay? Ano mangyayari? Mataas tax mo. I wanted to see some answers. Answers, please, for our viewers. Okay? So, ito bang mga sagot nyo is letter C. May mga nakasagot dito ng letter C, no? Ano pa? Sino pang may sagot ng letter A? Or sinong may sagot ng letter B? O sinong may sagot ng letter D? Okay? When there is increase in tax, okay? There is a reduced, alin? Okay? Reduced spending. And, so meron ka ng isang choice na possible na tama, C or D. Reduced spending and reduced aggregate demand. Diba? Kumbaga sa service ko, kung ang taas ng tax ko, diba? Ay mababa ang magiging demand. Okay? Let's say ako, on the customer side, mababa ang magiging demand ko para sa product na yan. Kung supplier side ka naman, mababa ang magiging demand sa'yo ng market. Okay? That's one of the effect of your tax increases. So our answer is, meron bang nakakuha? Parang wala. Letter D. Okay? Letter D. Okay. So we go to the third trivia before we go to the last question. So ang bilis lang, no? Alam ko mabibitin ka dito. So anong gagawin mo? Mag-enroll ka na sa CPA Online Review School para mabigyan pa kita ng more review. Okay? More review. So gusto ko nga yung mas mahabang topic, no? Yung tipong para lang tayong one-on-one magre-review. Okay? So anyway, balikan natin ang trivia mo, di ba? So, dalawa na nakakuha ng voucher. So, sino pa? Sino pang possible na makakuha ng e-voucher? Okay, e-voucher. So, basta ang mechanics natin, unang makasagot, correct spelling. Okay. Balikan natin si Disneyland. Question number 3, bago natin tapusin ang MAS mo. Okay? Who is the first woman of color, di ba? Elected as USA's Vice President. Okay? Who is the first woman Vice President of the USA? Sa Pilipinas, kilala mo ba? Diba? But anyway, USA muna yung tanong ko. Diba? Yan muna yung sagutin mo sa group chat natin. Ay, group chat tuloy. Sa live chat natin. Okay. Sige. Sino naman yung president ngayon, di ba? Sino yung president ngayon? Yung nanalo. Updated ka ba? Alam ko updated ka. Syempre, politician ka ngayon. Di ba? Ang ganyan tayo eh. Okay. Politician ka rin ngayon, di ba? And voter ka rin ngayon. Voter by heart siguro, by mind. Sino? The first person to get the correct and correct spelling, this is Kamala Harris. So, accordingly, she is American Asian, tama ba? Okay, so correct mo na lang ako. In terms of Asian blood, I think Indian. Tama ba? Indian siya, something. Ayan. And kung mapapansin mo nga sa complexion niya, tama naman, no? Medyo kayo manggi siya ng konti. Ma-obvious natin. Or makikita mo. Okay, so the first person to get the correct answer is Miss Rowena Santos. Okay. So Rowena Santos, congratulations. You have an e-voucher that you can use. Okay. Rowena Santos, meron kang e-voucher. So, yung e-voucher mo, kung gusto mo mag-enroll for May 2021, yung 7,500, 7,000 na lang. Tama ba? Kasi 500 pesos voucher, di ba? So, kung mapapansin mo pala dun sa advertisement natin, bakit sabi niyang you can get up to 3,000 voucher? Kasi nga, kung makakarami ka ng first correct answer na, syempre, correct spelling, di ba? Makakarami ka talaga. Okay? So, only that. Okay? So, uy, may sumagot ng Hillary Clinton, ah. Okay. So, Hillary Clinton, not so sure kasi hindi naman ako so updated with USA. Pero si Hillary Clinton, siya yung unang kalaban dati ni Donald Trump. Tama? Yes, Hillary Clinton. Okay. Anyway, so congratulations to Rowena. So, let's say si Rowena, sa mga next na live natin, 'di ba? Of course, not only with me, syempre yung mga iba pa nating reviewer. Kung makarami ka din, madadagdagan yung 500 voucher niya. Pwede maging 1,500, pwede maging 1,000, depende kung ilan yung correct answers mo in total hanggang matapos yung November 11 sale natin. Oh, November 11 sale. November 11, free review. Free review tapos with e-voucher ka pa. Imagine that. Okay, so, tapusin na natin ang ating question. Matatapos na ba? Baka hinuhulaan ko lang to, no? Hindi. Last question mo na to, okay? Last question mo na to. So, kung gusto mo pa ng mas marami, let us say ito, di ba? Activity-based costing at mahina ka pa sa activity-based costing, mag-enroll ka na. Okay. So, an organization has the following total cost at two activity level. Activity level in units and then total cost 17,000, 22,000. Variable cost per unit is constant in this range of activity and where there is a setup of 5,000 and fixed and total fixed cost when activity exceeds 18,000. What is the total cost of an activity at level 20,000? So, activity level nabasa ko kanina, akala ko activity-based costing. Okay? This is part of your costing. So, maalala mo pa ba how do you compute basic cost? Okay? Concepts natin. If you wanted to split your mixed cost, di ba? Maraming papasok dyan, but this is one of the simplest way. How do you split your cost? Ito yung total cost mo. Ito yung total cost, 140 and 170. Ito yung units produced. Binigay niya sa'yo, variable cost per unit is constant in this range of activity level. And there is setup of 5,000 peso in the fixed total cost. Okay? So, total fixed cost mo of your total cost is 5,000 at a level of 18,000 units. So, what is the total cost of an activity level of 20,000 units? Sige. How will you compute this? Una, kunin mo muna yung variable cost per unit mo. Kasi nga, at all level, ang fixed cost mo definitely is 5,000. So, ang hahanapin mo na lang variable cost at 20,000 units level of activity. So, how will you do that? Pwede mong gamitin yung 170,000, okay? And the 22,000 units made. Or at 5,000 units, I should say. 170,000, okay? 170,000 less 5,000. How much is that? 165. Yung 165 mo, yan yung variable component in total. Okay? At activity level of what? Activity level of how much? How much activity level? 'Di ba? Total cost mo yun kapag 22,000 units ka. Okay? So 165 divided by 22,000 units. Bakit 22,000 units? Kasi, 'di ba? At 22,000 units, nakagawa ka ng 170. So yung 170 cost mo, 5,000 of that is total fixed cost. Okay? And the remaining cost would be your what? Your variable cost already. Okay. So, what would be your variable cost per unit? So, ano yung difference nila ng activity level 17,000 and 22,000? 5,000. So, sabi niya kasi variable cost per unit is constant in this range of activity and there is a step-up cost. So, step-up cost ito, 'di ba? Step-up cost, yung fixed cost na yan. Kapag nag-exceed ng 18,000 units. So, anong difference nila? Difference nila, 22 versus 17. You have 5, okay? So, divided by 5, you get, how much is this? That is 33. Okay. So, your fixed cost at 17,000 level, okay? Di ba ang total cost mo 140 minus variable cost of how much? 17,000 times 33. Check natin. Okay, 17,000 times 33. Bakit masyadong mataas itong 33 natin? Okay. 165. What is the total cost of an activity level at 20,000 units? So, 165 mo dapat 22. Okay, bakit sa 5,000 ko tinivide? 22. So, at 22, okay, ano bang gusto mong gamitin? 22 or 17? Anyway, ayan. At 22, nasaan ang aking calcu? Ayan. 165 divided by 22, masyadong mataas itong 33. Imposible yan. Okay? Divided by 22, you have 7.5. Okay? So, at 20,000 unit, magkano total cost mo? 7.5 times the 20,000. 7.5 times 20,000. How much is that? And then, plus your fixed cost of how much? Step up cost ito, 'di ba? Parang ang labo ng tanong niya, no? Okay, so ang dami ko ng sulat. Okay. So at 170, ganito na lang. At 170, kasi mas mahirap yung approach na yan, minus 140 all over 22,000. minus 17,000. Mas madali ito. And then i-check natin, nandito ba yung sagot? Okay? Sige. So let's identify your variable cost per unit. 170 less 140. That is 30,000, di ba? In pesos to ha, kasi baka magkamali. So, anong difference nila? Again, this is 5,000. What's your variable cost per unit? Is it 6? 30,000 divided by 5,000, 6. Okay. Pero kasi, meron kang excess, di ba? Ang level ng fixed cost mo, tumataas siya kapag nag-exceed siya ng 18,000. And nag-exceed ka ng 18,000. Di ba? So, at this point, what's your fixed cost? Gamitin natin si 17,000 na lang. So, at 17,000 times 6, your total variable cost is 102. Okay? Ano yung fixed cost mo? 140 less 102, that's 38. Okay? So, that's 38. 38 is your fixed cost. Pero madadagdagan siya ng 5. So, i-check natin. So, 20,000 multiply to your fixed cost, to your variable cost per unit of 6, 120, plus your 38,000. Okay? Plus your 38,000 plus your step-up cost of how much? Of 5,000. 5,000. That's equal to, meron ba sa sagot natin? Yes. Okay? Answer is letter D, 163. Okay? 163. Parang gusto kong kabahan doon kanina, no? Kasi magulo yung question niya. Pero sabi niya kasi meron kang step-up cost dun sa fixed cost mo. Ibig sabihin, kapag lumampas ka ng 18,000 units, at a certain level of activity kasi, maalala mo si relevant range? Kapag lumampas ka sa relevant range, possible na mangyayari, unang-una, your fixed cost will increase. It's either increase or decrease. Dito sa scenario natin, ang relevant range niya kasi is until 18,000 units. Yun yung assumption. Okay? Now, if you exceeded the 18,000 units na relevant range, anong mangyayari? Mag-step up yung fixed cost mo. And that's possible. Kahit sa actual normal operation mo. Imaginein mo, you should only be using facility 8 hours per day. Every year yan. Every day. Kahit mag-operate ka daily. Okay? Sunday to Saturday. Diba? However, ano nangyari? Yung capacity mo kasi or yung relevant range mo na 8 hours a day, lumalampas ka palagi. Definitely, yung fixed cost mo, number 1 for depreciation, number 2 your utilities, 'di ba? I-expect mo na yung expense mo for utility na dati at this rate lang, 'di ba? Or let us say yung salary nung supervisor mo ng factory na fix lang naman lagi, pero dahil extend yan, yung fixed cost mo tumataas yung range. Okay, yun yung example niyan. So instead of working 8 hours a day, lagi na lang 12 hours, laging may OT, 'di ba? Or kadalasan may OT, yun yung nagti-trigger kung bakit mag-e-exceed yung normal na fixed cost mo. Let us say you just have 150,000 fixed cost on your operation. Ano mangyayari? Pwede maging 155,000. Okay? So that's part of your concepts, part of your concept and part of how you solve your splitting of mixed cost for your cost terms, concepts, and analysis. So again, kung maka-enroll ka and kung makasama kita with other review, kasi ito parang summary lang to, no? Tapos mixed topic. Ganon din yung ginawa mo, more likely on your FAR. Okay? Ayan. And also in a FAR. Anyway, so that is for your MAS. So medyo nagtagal tayo, no? Or sakto lang kasi yung starting time natin is almost 7:20 kanina. Okay. So see you later on our AFAR session. So, sagot din tayo ng mga question. Baka sakaling meron kang mga mamimiss or mga hindi pa naiintindihan. And aside from that, I'm encouraging you, of course, to enroll, lalo na kung may napanalunan ka na, no? Pero kung gusto mo pang mag-accumulate muna bago ka mag-enroll, pwede rin naman. So, pwede ka mag-enroll sa mga mini courses namin, or if you will be taking exam already, pwede rin naman na yung May 2021 batch namin. So, we already started, no? But why are we still inviting? Kasi, number one, aside from having a live session, you can repeat our live sessions, lalo na kung meron ka ng portal. So, isn't that wonderful? Diba? So, kapalit nung i-enroll mo, paulit-ulit mo ng ma-receive, paulit-ulit mo ng mababasa, masasagutan, maririnig yung mga reviewers natin. Okay. So, that's all for your MAS. See you in a while for our AFAR. Okay, dyan ka lang kasi meron pa tayong trivia mamaya. Okay, hindi pa ako natatapos sa trivia ko, meron pa later. Alright, so kuha ka muna ng merienda mo. Okay, midnight snack na ba? Hindi pa yata. 8:30 pa lang, guys. Okay, so kuha ka muna ng snack mo. And then balik ka dito sa akin. See you on our AFAR. And thank you for attending. Of course, thank you for participating. We are very happy to have you here with us on our 1-year celebration. 1-year celebration ito kasi ng CPA review namin. Okay? Alright, see you and thank you. God bless. Okay? Balikan mo ako mamaya.